Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of TIS Hitters here at Cryptofy. My name's Kurt Conley, and this is episode 12, 1st of December. Can't believe we're here already. How are you today, Mr. Nissen?
Yeah, doing good, Kurt. Doing good. Crazy,
Let's not lie, we're both
crazy.
very tired.
Yeah, crazy night last night, right? For Bitcoin
Yeah,
and
unbelievable, unbelievable. Very epic night, milestone night for Bitcoin. So lots of celebrations and talks going on between the team and I, and obviously the entire community and group. We were on board and online with everyone last night. So yeah, very exciting times.
for sure. I actually went for a walk at like 2 o'clock in the morning when it happened, and the bloody moon looked like it was the sun. It was that bright, and
It
I
was
dropped.
huge. Hey, I seen that picture. I was like, wow, that thing looked, it looked like an eclipse, like daytime with the sun beaming in a dark sky. It was mental.
It was insane, but yeah, to the moon apparently, and now to the sun.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
So, as always, before we kick off TIS hitters, we run through the disclaimer. You know, we're not financial advisors. Whatever we talk about in our channels, including Discord, Twitter, Facebook, is not to be considered investment advice. We're not financial advisors. These are only our opinions, our ideas, and speculations. Let's go. Let's jump into TIS hitters. So, normally, what we would do is we would go through the weekly summary. However, last week we didn't talk about any TIS hits. We did talk about a secret token, but we didn't actually make any trades or discuss any trades for the weekly hits where we would normally go through. So there isn't anything to recap on here. So as you guys know, the format we would usually go through token name, entry, current set value, and the change. But there is nothing to talk about for last week. So it's straight into what we're looking at today on the 1st of December, 2020. The first one that we're going to look at today is DOT. I know a lot of people are keeping an eye on DOT, long-term holds, got bags of DOT, has been getting some action in TIS. So let's run through the stats on DOT. First thing is it's currently ranked 9th on the CMC market cap, sitting around $5.35, 27,500 sats. It is in a downward trend, but that is slowing down on the daily, and the volume is starting to pick up based on the data that we're looking at with CryptoStat. BTC volume at the moment is 450 BTC. It has one buy that pinned on the medium term buys. You can check that back out in Discord if you want to go back through that. So we're giving this round about a 6 out of 10. I do know that a lot of people are interested. I know Rev, you've liked DOT for a period of time now. You have a
Yeah.
little bit of DOT. You've been keeping an eye on it as well. So let's jump into the charts.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, DOT's definitely an interesting one just because of the fundamentals behind it and where it comes from. So let's check out CryptoStat and bring it up and look at the data. No, whoops, my bad, wrong one. There's DOT there. We can see it's had 65% change in the last 24 hours. The price change is currently down. And the volume, the volume change in the last 24 hours, 65% at 450 volume. This was sitting at about, I think, 300 BTC volume last night or 24 hours ago. The buyer's change you can see here in the last 24 hours is up 5%. 12 hours slightly dropping off the buying power or the buying percentage and pressure. If we look at the tokenomics, they're quite high. I can't believe it's actually ranked 9th.
It's crazy though, but it did drop at a very high price, right? So
Yeah,
it's crazy to think that this is in the top 10. Like I know I'm not disregarding DOT's fundamentals. I think the fundamentals are incredibly strong behind DOT, but we don't usually see things just rocket up. Well, it didn't really rocket up, right? It sort of just slotted in.
yeah, and it's just because there's so much circulating supply and the actual total supply. But what it wants to do fundamentally is pretty cool, and we could probably potentially see it going crazy. Let's look at the price to volume correlation really quickly and just see if we can see anything that stands out. Volume increasing, price going sort of sideways here. Not much of a a turnaround there from the volume that came in. A little bit sideways there. Buying pressure didn't really change. It's grey lines here. But it looks okay. It looks pretty. It looks more of a bullish than bearish, but not too bullish. So and that's why we've given it a 6 out of 10. If we bring up the chart really quickly, there is something that we want to look at on it. Let's have a look at where we were seeing that. We were seeing like a downward trend, loss of momentum from a downward trend perspective. You can see that right there, little bounce off the sort of channel that we have happening here as well. I don't know if you guys can see that. I went for a channel on it, but you can kind of see where I'm going with it. And it broke out. It went for a little breakout here. Bitcoin ruins the party, goes sideways a little bit. Very surprised though. Didn't really get too much of a hit here, Kurt, when Bitcoin
No.
did go for a push, and there was volume coming towards it too. So really, really interesting. And then when we can see that big perspective now on a daily, you can see that downward trend channel right there. It's really clear. Don't even need to throw any lines on that. And you can see where it broke out of that 100-day EMA, and sorry, not the 100-day, the 25 MA, moving average, and then we're sort of riding that out right now. So it definitely looks like a pretty good trade from here. But obviously we just got to wait and see what Bitcoin does do. If you do get in, run tight stop losses, not too tight where you get out, weeked out, maybe something like that at 25,000 sats. You can see it's underneath that structure there. So if it was to fall, it's going to fall right through it. So that's probably where I'd sit with an SL, 24.5, yeah, about there, 24.5, 25,000 sats on that. But potential for it to keep to go back up is more likely than for it to come down from here, unless BTC really does do a rocket, which I'm not sure if it will right now. Look, nobody knows. We've tried.
Let's go BTC. Let's rally. Let's rally hard. Let's go.
We've tried to test it twice, but there's just nothing happening there. So let's.
You're not calling double tops or anything, are you there, Rev?
No double tops over here from me. It's just it did happen though. We saw it push out up there and then fall back down, and then try and push out back a little bit more to it. Didn't get too close and has fallen down, which we can show. We can bring up the Bitcoin chart. But I don't really be wanting to spend too much time on it because I just don't want to look at the moment.
I mean, we're coming up to uncharted territory, right? So anything's possible here.
Definitely.
Which was what makes it so exciting, right? Like I'm super juiced right now for Bitcoin.
For sure, it's definitely exciting times for the whole space. It's not exciting times for some people, calling, $3,000, $1,000, $2,000,
$10,000. Yeah, a lot of people are talking at that $10,000 level.
Yeah, you're quite far away. And even myself, like I took a position out and I went in at 12.2 and 14.2 or something like that, between the 12 and 14 range. Two buy-ins. They never hit, but that's okay. You know what I mean? We could still potentially go down there. It's never never going to happen. But yeah, but I'm not too fast. It's just more of a little bit of an entry pickup. If it happened, it happened. If it didn't, that's okay. It is what it is, and I move on with my life. It's not like the end of the world to me. So let's go ahead and check out the next one. Hey, Kurt.
Yep, no, for sure. Thanks for that, Rev. So the next one is ING. CMC ranking for ING is 392. Currently sitting around that $1.30 mark of time of filming. 6,660 sats. It's that devil number 666, which none of us really want to look at. Looking for a breakout around that 695 level, so about that 6,950 level. If you see a breakout there, we should be pretty good. Current trading volume is 33 BTC. It's had two notifications on the buy on the medium-term buys. Sorry, apologies for that. And I think we were still skeptical about the rating for this. So let's go through the chart and then give it a rating, Rev.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do that. Yeah. Let's bring it up. So INJ, Injective Protocol. It's a cool name. I give it that much. I like the name. I really do. Volume 35. Volume change 82%. So it's obviously almost doubled in volume in the last 24 hours. And you can see the buying percentage is actually quite high. Let's have a look at the tokenomics of this thing. Circulating supply 13 million. Wow, like that's not much. Low. Total supply is a little bit further, I'll be honest, but that's not much at all right there. So to me, tokenomics are attractive in a way because you need to know that there's not you can't really be manipulated in such a big way because there's less supply, more demand, especially if they're doing something cool. Could push the price up. So right now, current as they sit with that data that we're seeing here, it may not be correct because it's coming through CoinGecko, but that is a decent circulating supply at the moment. And you can see why the buying percentage, and you just saw the buying go from 32 to 25%. So there's definitely something happening in there. And we can see the volume's gone up because we have it as 33.8 BTC, but right now we're reading 35 for Cryptostat. So it's definitely starting to move, and we just collected this data in the last 20 minutes. Not that long. So let's have a look at the price to volume correlation. Maybe that may give us something. There's the buying percentage growing. There's the volume growth, the red one, and the price is actually coming down. So it's really, really random at the moment. But it did do a 10% push, and we looked at this, and Tis actually caught this at 6K sats, and we wanted to do this video, but we've just been delayed and delayed. And as we've been doing it, it's done a 10% already, which is,
All right.
you know, we can't do much about that now, but we're doing our best to get these videos out to you guys as soon as we can. So I'm just going to throw a line here across the chart, just so you can see it as well. And I'll show you where that breakout is, because it's at 6,950, I believe it was. So let's grab that right there. And we can put it about, I'll put it at 6,948 will do. It's close enough from a stat perspective, I guess. But yeah, so let's check that out from, you can see on the hourly here, we've had a push to it prior in November, a fall and a breakout on that. So push, fall, and breakout again. So 2 pushes on that and then a breakout. And then you can see here where it trended sideways, and then probably Bitcoin came and ruined the party for it from a stat perspective. And it's tried once again to push through that line. I don't know if you guys can see that really clearly, but right there you can see it's tried once more to break through it. So now just watch out, and you know, I would really be paying attention, maybe a push to it, fall back down, and then a breakout, because that's really what is in play here. And you can see it on the hourly, the 4 hourly. There it is. Same scenario. And then if we go on the daily, you can see as well the MACD right there is looking to turn around and staying above that 0 line as well, which is pretty crucial, because that's what we look for when it comes down to the MACD as well. You want to be above it, just to be a little bit more, have a bit more confidence in that decision. You can see the 4 hourly is turning over, but hasn't crossed the 0 line, but it has crossed into a bullish stance. And you can see the hourly right now might have a slight downturn and then maybe a push, but it is above the 0 line and it is in a bullish stance at the moment. So you can see what really pushed the MACD. It's this candle right here, and that happened. Where is it? That happened last night, and then this is where TIS actually would have pinged it. Let me try and find it where TIS would have pinged it. Oh, the time is in UTC, so it's actually I'm not going to be able to calculate it. It was about 6 hours, 7 hours ago. So what are we on right now? 6. So we need to go to 23 right there. This is where TIS actually pinged it on the open at 6197, probably earlier actually. I think it was at this one here at 6,000 sats, but it is there, and we can show it as well. I think it's in here. Let me bring it up.
Like Rev said, obviously we were busy taking care of some other higher priorities yesterday, so we would have been able to get some different entries and drop some additional info here. But obviously, 24 hours later, we're filming these videos for you guys.
For sure. Yeah, and you can see that there it is at 6,065 sats is where a short-term buy came in for it last. So yeah, there's a big downturn in it right now, and that's probably where that volume is coming from. Maybe someone's just taken some profit. But yeah, overall, I mean, we didn't really give it a number, but overall for me, I think I might go with a 7. If it does break out, that's where I'd be looking at a 7 for it. But if it doesn't break out, then maybe it's just better to just leave it alone and see what it does from there.
Watch for the breakout.
That's
Eyes
it.
on the screens for the breakout.
That's it.
Okay, so they are the 2 tokens that we're discussing today, 1st of December, for TIS hitters. The other part of TIS hitters, we've done this recently, is we're dropping a new secret token. This is the 2nd secret token that we've done in the last week. So we've got some additional information here for you guys on the secret token. And as always, do your own research on these particular things that we talk about. And, we want you guys to make sure that you take responsibility for your own trades. These are just things that we look at and that come across our trading analysis and assessments when we're doing these things. And we see this as a really good opportunity for this particular token. So let's jump into the details for this one, Rev.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. Let's bring it up for you. There it is. Don't know why it wasn't working the first time, but there's a secret token. Do you want to say it, Kurt? I'm going to flick it over for you in a second.
Go on then. Let's go.
3, 2, 1. Oh, we went over. There it is.
There we go. So a secret token that we've been looking at is Unify. It's on Binance. And Unify Protocol is a group of non-custodial, decentralized, and multi-chain smart contracts, providing the next generation of DeFi development. So really interesting project. We've been slowly doing some fundamentals on it in between our crazy schedule. But it's there to also help developers with functional DeFi building blocks. So it's going to help people in the space. But the real highlights for it was it was part of the Binance launch pool. I think it was like the 8th or the 9th one, 8th, right?
Yep.
So that's really cool. The uni farming distribution totally rewards. Don't even get me started on the number, okay? Because everyone in the group knows how we feel and think about, 333. So there's this stupid number that keeps following Rev and I and Rand wherever we go. The current price for Unify is $4.10 at the time of filming this. Sat value is around that 21,000 sat range. The ticker is UNFI. Market rank is well in nice juicy territory around that 527 mark.
Yeah.
Market cap 9 million, volume about that 9 million. Circulating supply, I need a drum roll. 2.3 million circulating supply. These are the kind of gems that you love to get your hands on.
Definitely.
This is incredibly low circulating supply. The total supply is 10 million. Now, please, when you are looking at this on Binance, make sure you're looking at the correct ticker because it is very, very easy to get mixed up with Uni. Okay, so let's jump over to a chart, Rev, and have a look at some TA on it. It has not been around for a long time, so it's very hard to look at historical data, and it's very hard to run some TA over it. But this is looking really juicy, this one.
Yeah, for sure. And just to put it out there as well, when we were dropping the secret token, we were actually going to drop 2 as a surprise for you all.
Yeah,
UNFI was the other one, as well as XVS. And the only reason we've chosen these is because they're cool projects. They've got a cool sort of concept as to what they want to do. And also their circulating supplies are both very, very low and very, very attractive.
Very low.
And I think it was at like 15 or 16,000 sats and it went to like 30. It doubled. It did double in sat value. And you know what? I'm glad that we didn't now because looking back, people would be like, oh, you guys just pumped and you dumped it. Do you know what I mean? Because you look now and it's at 21,500 sats. So everything happens for a reason. And we
actually write them in a piece of paper and chuck them in a hat and we choose which one we were going to do first. That is about as technical as our decision-making process gets when we go to drop the secret tokens.
But yeah, it was a really beautiful trade, and you could have got it cheaper then. I understand that, but you know what? At the end of the day, we have a lot. When we do this, there's a lot on our shoulders when we do it. So I'm actually glad that we've waited a little bit and seen a pullback on it as well after what it did.
In saying that, excuse me, Rev, in saying that, and we talked about our first ever secret token, and it was OGN in Cryptofy, right? We're not talking about the Neos and the V chains and stuff that we've talked about in the past, but when we talked about OGN, I think OGN done like 80%. And when we talked about it in the community, everyone's like, oh, thanks for telling us now. Like people were like ragging and saying, oh, it's really disappointing that you tell us now. And then I think within weeks it done like 600 or 700%, right?
Yeah.
So they were getting really angry with us that we told them, hey, this is a really good project that we're looking at, and then it just took off.
Yeah.
I think Band was still pretty good entries, and there wasn't any too much movement before. It's similar to like what's going on with XVS at the moment, I think, right?
Yeah, similar to Unify as well. With Band, we waited a little bit because we mentioned it the first time within the group at 2,800, 25, maybe 3,000 sats. That was the first mention that I've ever dropped that we decided maybe we should talk about Band to these guys just so some people can get the gist, because we want you to look and we want you to try and understand and go out there and do it yourself, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, is, making a logical decision within yourself. And then, we saw it go up to like 18, 15, 20,000 sats, 21,000. And that's when we spoke to it and we said, it's time to wait for a pullback because we know this thing can go. And we did that. We didn't do the wrong thing by you guys. We waited for a pullback and it went down to like 10,850, 10,850 sats, 11,000 sats. And then, Kurt, we decided, let's go for it now. This is the time.
It was time.
Yeah, so in a way, very similar. UNFI, XVS is very similar to how we did OGN, because it was a little bit up to where it was at the start, even banned. But we've waited for a pullback as well on UNFI now from pushing, because we were very close to dropping the second token on that same day.
Yes,
because it was
away, right?
because it was moving, and we're like, oh no, they're gonna. But then, hindsight kicks in, and you go, you know what? It was probably better now that so people don't feel that way about us, because that's not what we're doing here. So let's check out the volume. Volume's at 109 volume BTC right now. It did push to like 450 BTC, which was pretty cool to see that it has that potential and people are actually looking at it. It is in its last phase of staking through Binance, so there won't be many people receiving this anymore, which then it releases the pressure on the sell as well, because people are getting it for free and they're like, you know what, I had BNB, I had BTC, I had Ethereum, I staked this, it's free, I'm going to sell it. And you don't lose your BNB. So there's a little bit less of selling pressure as well. Also the selling pressure from those 33,000. I think it's only like 5,000 now that they're getting. Let's look at the chart really quickly, and you can see where that 33,000 distribution actually hurt it. There it is. Someone tried to push back up, brings it back down, push back up, and then it just came back down. Now this has very, very minimal low circulating supply. Like
crazy low, like stupid low.
We were just talking about Injective protocol at what was it, 13 mil? Yeah. And a total of 100, and we're like, wow, that's insane. This has like 2 million at the moment. How many is it? 2.3 million unified.
2.3 million circulating supply. Yeah.
As we know it right now, we've a total of 10 mil. Like, it's incredible. And you can see it right there right now. Someone must be watching our recording, Kurt. No, I'm just kidding. But on the hourly here, you can see.
Where's your wife at the
moment? You can see right here, right now, it is trying to cross that MACD to a bullish stance, and then the zero line on the hourly, which will be really impactful, I believe. We're looking for volume increases similar to this here in these bars, and you can see what it's done to the price. And once again here, and you can see the sell pressure didn't really do much to the price. It was a little bit bigger than this, but the actual candle retraced back. It's just, I truly believe this was all the people staking it and getting free money, and they're going, oh wow, it's gone from 16,000 to, oh, we've got to wait for these to go away for a second. There it is. I can just see it through there, 32,000 sats. They were probably happy with their 100% stake ROI on their free money. So they most likely, I truly believe that's what it was from. Now, if we go on to 4 hourly, you can see how new it is as well on Binance from 19th of November. 4 hourly. If this starts to slow down and we start to see the histogram on the MACD to slow down, and this pulls right back, this is going to get exciting. And really what exciting. what I mean by I hate saying this.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm not going to say it. All right, but it will get exciting. I'm not going to say it. It's going to get like.
Just think 2017. 2017.
Yeah, that's just how it feels, Kurt. To be quite honest with you.
I know.
I don't know how else to say it. Like, look at this on the daily. It looks explosive to me from when we're looking.
It looks really juicy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
When you look at the tokenomics, the numbers, you do the numbers in your head. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say any more than that. Do the numbers in your head and just think. and you'll see it. You'll see what I'm seeing. You'll see what Kurt's seeing as well from a fundamental perspective. And being a Binance launch pool, I hate sounding like a shill, but I'm genuinely excited about this and XVS. I really, really am, Kurt. And I haven't been as excited about a few projects since a very, very long time now.
No, and I definitely feel the same. I echo everything you just said there. And at the end of the day, guys, we don't have to sort of like drop these because it can be a little bit risky for us and everything that we're doing for the community as well. So like we take a lot of pride in what we're doing and what we're looking at here, and we do this for you guys, and we hope that it really pays off for you guys as well. So it's a bit nerve-wracking, but I still have some butterflies about these two projects for sure. For
sure, yeah, no, it's definitely cool. I really do like it. Let's have a look really quickly at Binance MACD scan. I know we've gone over time, but that's okay. I'll just have to work my backside off a little bit harder. And you can see here once again, Binance MACD scanner for Cryptostat is so bloody powerful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 now in the 90 percenters, and the newcomers are BRD, Dash, PPT. That's all I can see right now. You can see ENJ was there, hasn't done anything. Nothing from ENJ. No, not a single thing. LTC came on board, easy 10-15% straight away. XLM came in. We saw what XLM did. So,
Crazy.
you know, it's really, this thing is powerful, especially when a new one comes into the picture. It's just another level. But yeah, that's pretty much it from my end, Kurt. I don't really have anything else on here.
So that basically wraps up everything for today for TIS Hitters, episode 12. 1st of December, really exciting times. Great to be spending it with all of you guys. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please hit the bell and the like down below to get all of our videos and stay up to date with our content. TIS Hitter videos drop in Discord first for all our TIS subscribed members first, and then there's a 48-hour delay when we'll release it to YouTube, Facebook, and the rest of the public. So please keep that in mind. We appreciate all the DMs and all the questions and that. We look forward to seeing you on Facebook. Look forward to seeing you on Discord. Bye for me. I'm out.
Take care, guys. Cheers.
See you guys. Bye.